Hey guys, I think I'm learning to put God as my top priority. I'm trying to think about things I can say on here that would be useful. Um, I'm trying to be more of a motivational speaker, and give speeches. Um, I want to do this full time. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I was posting stuff, more stuff on TikTok, but it kind of wore out my phone's battery, so I'm gonna try to do this on my laptop. I'll probably wear out my laptop's battery too. But here's the thing, I think it's good just to create content, and I don't think there's a limit to how much content you can create that's healthy. There's always more content you can create. There's always more things for you to say. So I'm trying to think, what could I talk about today? Everything's going pretty well for me. I just wanted to kind of roll off my chest and just kind of keep going and going, and try to just uh, keep listening to the lizard brain talk, and try to focus on what comes naturally for me to say. Um, I think that uh, it's a mistake to invest too much time into dating, because a lot of women just want money. Now, I shouldn't say that, but let's say half the women just want money. Let's say half. So, or I mean, they want other things too, but I've had a rough time. It's not even dating. I'm trying to make friends, trying to make friends with people, and they just want money. Like, we can't have a friendship without you asking for money. Is one of my eyes bigger than the other eye? Maybe. Maybe I can't tell. But like, you can't have a friendship without asking for money. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's normal, but I just I just want, like, to make friends that are like cool with me, and like not weird around me. I I stopped talking to this other girl because she was she was she was asking me for money. But the good news is there is a girl I'm talking to that I was talking to two girls. One of them is still going well, and the other one was just wanted money. But the one that's going well, I'm actually gonna keep talking to her tomorrow. I like her. I like her a lot. I'm gonna keep talking to her, but yeah, I like her. But I'm actually gonna wake up in the morning, and I'm gonna text her good morning, and that will give me a reason to wake up in the morning. Because normally I wake up really late in the day. I wake up around noontime normally. So if I text her like 6:30 in the morning, good morning, that'll give me a reason to wake up in the morning. So I'm really looking forward to that. Texting her good morning. Uh, Do you think she sees my YouTube channel? Yeah, she could click my TikTok account, and then it would go to my YouTube channel. So she could be watching this right now. She might watch this video fr- of me recording it like a week before she actually watches it, but that's okay. Um, I'm not looking for a serious relationship anyway. I'm just looking for friendship. That's all I want. Honestly, it's just friendship. So hopefully she'll come to see that soon enough. Um, and I know a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people want the relationship thing, um, which I can't provide to people. I can't provide them money. I can't provide them intimacy. I don't really want intimacy because I'm not the type of person. I don't really do that with people. Um, I just want friendship. And to me, there aren't enough friends in the world. You know, there aren't enough friendships in the world, and there always should be more. So I think I'm going to start to do that. I need to come up with more things to talk about, though, because my ability to communicate is I need it to be an asset. I need to like start rapping or something. You know what I mean? Like I need to keep communicating because the more I communicate, the healthier I'm gonna feel. Um, I think that people feel good when they communicate. I think they can express themselves and it makes them feel better. That's what I'm trying to do on YouTube. I don't know if it makes sense to keep making videos on YouTube because my YouTube channel isn't really growing that much. My TikTok channel is growing a lot, but my YouTube channel isn't really growing much. I guess that's why I'm making this. I don't know if it'll grow more because of it, but I think that I was recording like short little videos on YouTube of like spoken word. Like I was looking up poetry from AI written poetry that I could get for free, and then I was gonna read it on YouTube. I've done that a few times. It's pretty good, but what would be healthier for me rather than read an AI written spoken word is to talk about myself on here and be as honest as I can. Um, the best job I ever had was working with people with disabilities, and the next job I hope to have is also working with people with disabilities. So I hope that goes well. I think that I think that um, I think that people need to find what they're good at, and that takes a lot of work. I think that it's not enough to just try a little bit. I think you have to keep trying with that a lot over time. Um, it's a journey. I think it's a journey, and I think you need to keep putting in the time to figuring out what you're good at, and it takes a long time. And maybe you fail. Maybe you don't succeed. Maybe it's not good enough. But you have to keep trying, and you can't stop trying. I find that recording these vlogs are a healthy way for me to express myself. It's a healthy way for me to try to create content. I want to be a professional content creator, and I hope I reach those goals. I hope I reach the stars. There's no limit to how high you can go in content creation. There's no limit to how big you can be on YouTube or TikTok or any of these things. The sky's the limit. I think you have to keep putting in the time, putting in the effort, and it's kind of like, is it ever really enough? No, it's not ever really enough. But once you start to realize, okay, I am making progress, then it starts to be like, oh, well, I'm going to keep doing this. If I make progress, then I'm going to keep doing this. And if I can make these vlogs and I can keep coming up with things to say, then I'm going to keep doing this. I remember I learned a lot of this stuff from this guy I went to these job training classes with over the past month, and he used to get up in front of the class a lot and speak in front of the class, and I was like, how is he able to speak so well in front of the class? And I started to realize, I just think he speaks a lot in general. I think he's very well spoken and he speaks a lot in general, and I think that the more you speak, the more you the better you get at it. And I think if you keep going in that conversation, keep going in that forward movement, that forward motion, I think you'll keep getting better at speaking, public speaking, and I think eventually you'll come up with more things to say. Even having a disability won't stop you from succeeding because it's completely fine. A lot of people have disabilities, a lot of people have problems, but I'm not looking for like a serious relationship. I just want a job. The only thing I want is a job, and maybe I'll get that on YouTube, maybe I'll get that on TikTok. I don't know though. What I really want is a job, and the extremes that people go just for work is amazing. it's amazing the extremes people go just to find work. But I think that it can be a good thing for me to broaden my horizons, expand what I'm looking for, and to keep thinking how other people think. I listen to a lot of other public speakers on TikTok, and I want to be like them. I would be going live today on TikTok for very long periods of time, except for the fact that uh, the my internet's not really working that well today. It's my internet is more in and out today. It's working like at 85% capacity or whatever. It doesn't work fully, so that's not really what you want for streaming. That's not really good enough for streaming. Streaming myself on there. I need to have really good internet connections to stream myself. So that's why I'm just recording this long video on YouTube instead of doing that, because I think this could work. This what I want to be is motivational to other people. I want to be a motivating inspiration to people that watch this, to see that this guy who's had very few jobs in his life is able to put himself out there. Now, I have had jobs in my life. I worked at a few different places in my life. I've made some money, some amount of money. It's not like I've never made any money. So if you're on the spectrum of autism, and I just want to remind you, you can get a job. It's just going to be more difficult for you than it is for other people. Um, like you're gonna have to jump through more hoops. It's like every time you fill an application, it's gonna be a nightmare. Your head's gonna spin around because you're not gonna want to write anything down, and it's just, oh my god. But and then when you go for an interview, your heart's gonna be beating so hard, and it's just you're gonna be barely able to breathe, and then when you actually get the job, you're going to be barely able to do the job because there's so many different things you have to do at those companies. Um, I maybe I would try working at them again. There's one I would try working at again potentially, but I have to wear pants to that job, and I can't wear pants. No, I can't wear pants. Um, maybe there's like shorts I could wear or something. You know what I mean? Maybe there's dress shorts I could wear. You know what I'm saying? It's possible they do allow dress shorts sometimes, but I just think that it's a hassle. It's just a hassle applying to these companies. It's a hassle seeing what they're about. It's hard knowing that if you left one of these companies, you're going to be out of work for years. I mean, for years you're going to be out of work. So from a negotiation standpoint, you have to do everything perfectly at the company. Because if you do one little thing wrong, you're out of the labor force for a very long time. Let me repeat that, a very long time. And you don't want to do anything wrong at these companies, and you don't want to make any mistakes. But really, you should take it easy on yourself, because I mean, there's only so much you can do. There's only so fast you can walk. There's only so quickly you can scrub a mirror or whatever, or wipe down a table. You know, there's only so fast you can clean things and or do anything other than the tasks you want to do at those jobs. And it's hard. It's really hard. And I just think that if you're gonna try to do something, you might as well try to do something that is easier. I mean, there has to be an easy job out there, right? There are people who have easier jobs. I don't mean like totally easy. I just mean easier jobs. There are people who enjoy their work. And now it doesn't make sense for someone like me to work someplace that's a living nightmare. Um, or I couldn't even breathe I couldn't even breathe at the last job I worked at. I I started to I started to feel like I was gonna faint. I lightheaded. I was having like felt like I was gonna have a cardiac arrest or something. And so then but that was only, I only worked there for 2.5 weeks. So that wasn't like a real job. I mean, that wasn't that it was a real job, but it was just I my last job I had for a long time. I worked there for 6 years. I was working with people with disabilities. That's why I want to work with people with disabilities again, because where there's people with disabilities is where there's opportunity. Because you can work as fast as they do, and they don't work very fast. Um, it's yeah, it's you just take it easy, and you kind of just take a deep breath, and you kind of go from there. Um, I don't think that people haven't with autism usually find work. Most people with autism don't find work. I would say 2/3 of people with autism do not find work. Only about a third of people with autism find work. Usually they're on the higher, what is it called? Higher on the spectrum. You know, they're usually like high functioning autistic. That's usually the type that find work. They go through their obstacles and they can find a job even though they have obstacles. Whereas the other 2/3 are more or less medium to low functioning. I consider myself a medium functioning autistic person. But low functioning autistic people don't find work. If you can become a medium functioning autistic person, you can find some work. Some work. I mean, I don't get a lot of work. And if people have called me lazy my entire life, so I just, you know, um, I think that anyone can find a job, or not. No, I don't think anyone can find it. I think there's some people on the really low spectrum with autism, and they wouldn't be able to find a job, but they could potentially find a job if they meditated a lot and they found inner peace, and they found a really special place in their heart to I think it is possible that people on the low end of the spectrum could find work. It's just harder. All it is harder. Like that's the thing about me. Like I can do anything anyone else can do. It's just harder for me. I can learn math. I can read. I can write essays. I know how to write. It's just harder for me. That's all. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible for me. It's probably not anything I could learn that's impossible. It's just harder. Now, when you think about the steps you'd have to go through to do some of these things, no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because there's too many hoops that I have to jump through to complete those tasks. Because I have a learning disability and I don't understand it very well. And is it possible I could learn it? Yeah, it's possible. But is it likely I'm going to learn it? No, it's not likely. So there's a lot of things I don't try, and there's a lot of things I do try. I try to visualize myself doing difficult things, and then I try to study how to do those difficult things, and then I try to achieve those objectives. But it's not like it's a walk in the park here. It's kind of like you wake up in the morning and you say, what am I supposed to do to get to the point I'm trying to get at? I think that people have high expectations for you. My family doesn't have high expectations for me. My family expects me to just do what I'm supposed to do and just try my hardest and do try to find a job. But they know my vision's not very good and my physicality's not very good and I'm a slow learner and all that stuff. So my family knows I can't really work very well, but it doesn't mean it's impossible for me to find a job. I can find a job. It's just harder. I have to figure out like what do these people want from me? Like, do they want me to get dressed up to the nines every day, wear long pants and a button-down shirt? Like, that's difficult. It's difficult for me to wear dress pants and a belt every day. And most companies want you to wear dress pants and a belt. So, that's the thing. Like, I don't think I could wear dress pants and belt because I can't even breathe in it. That's why I left the last job that I worked at. Is because I couldn't breathe in my pants I was wearing, and it was so hot out, and I couldn't do the things I was supposed to do. But I'm not gonna say where it was, but it's just hard. It's really hard. You have to make every day fill with memories, and you try every day to do different things, and you try to become someone special, even if you don't think you're really going to become someone special. You still try to become someone special because it's possible that every day you could do something differently that could change your life. Every day you could do something that would change your life. And I think it is possible to find a way out of dark times. Like, it is possible to find happiness. I think it's possible to find joy. I think it's exhausting to search for those things, but you have to. You have to search for happiness and joy. Joy and pain, laughter and rain. I said joy and pain, laughter and rain. So that's what you're looking for. Excuse me. That is what you're looking for. The key to finding salvation is look to God. God will give you the answers. Follow God's testimony. He will show you the way. God is what you are looking for. He's the ultimate thing you're looking for. Your soul needs to be saved. Your mind needs to be saved. Your soul needs to be saved. And I believe everyone's soul needs to be saved. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be religious. You just believe in something. Believe in something that's not yourself. As long as you're putting something above you that's not yourself, that's all you need to do. I don't believe in God anymore, to be honest. I lost my faith in God a long time ago. But I still believe in God at the same time, because there's believing in God and there's believing in God. I don't believe in God, but I do believe in God. So I believe in God in a way to communicate something of believing in a higher power. I don't believe in God in a way of like, there's a heaven and a hell. I don't think there's a heaven or hell. I don't think people are punished for any reason. No, I don't believe a higher power would punish you. I just think that there is good in the world, and there's original good in the world. There's original sin, and we all have original sin inside of ourselves, and we have original goodness inside of ourselves. And you have to take out the goodness to add to the rest of your life and add to the recipe, and then you'll be eating goodness every day. Every day you wake up, you got to make up your mind, and you got to say, this is something that I want to do with my life. This is a rare opportunity to live this day like it's a day that God made. Today's a day that God made. And it's about searching for something more. You want to search for something more, and you want to believe in something bigger than yourself. It's not just about you. As much as you want it to be about you, it's not just about you. It's about everything. It's something bigger, something greater. Look at the clouds in the sky. Look at the ceiling. Look at the sun sometimes. Don't look too much at the sun because it's going to hurt your eyes, but you use your peripheral vision to look at the sun. Use your peripheral vision to look at the sun and look how strong it is. And that sun will make you stronger if you keep putting yourself out in it. I know with autistic people, it's a lot of times you don't want to go outside. You want to stay inside all the time. Let me tell you something. I go to the pool all the time because I'm trying to get in shape. I'm trying to get in shape because I'm trying to feel better so I can get a job. So if I can get in shape, I can get a job. That's why I go to the pool all the time. The pool in my neighborhood. You have to put yourself out there. You have to go outside. You have to take in the sunlight. To believe in that thing that you've always believed in and not knowing what that is. It's a mystery. It's a fairy tale. It's this unheard of myth. And it is something to behold if you can ever think about it yourself or you can help others figure it out, then it's all more the better. I would love to be a guide in other people's spiritual journey. I would like to help people achieve salvation or achieve nirvana or achieve samsara or achieve what in every religion is something different, but achieve that point where your thinking is clear. You're at peace and your thinking is clear and you want to say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm awake. I'm awake, I'm aware, I'm confident, and I'm cool. I'm awake and I'm aware and I'm confident and I'm cool. And you learn this from other people, okay? You learn how to do this from other people first. And that's the first step. The first step is you learn how to do this from other people. The second step is you learn how to do it for yourself. The third step is you turn it on at any point. You turn it on at any point. And you put on different hats, and each hat means something differently than the last hat you wore. I think that a lot of life is about the journey from the edge of the earth to the center of the earth. You've got to go to the center of the earth where it's hotter, 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 hotter. But you've got to go to the journey to the center of the earth because it's the only way out. You can't exit the maze by looking for an exit, by looking around like a mouse for the exit. You've got to go to the center. The only way out of a maze is you have to go to the center of the maze. You can't find a way out of the maze by looking for an exit because the exits are all closed, man. Exits are all closed. You've got to go to the center of the maze, or I guess it's called a labyrinth. To get out of a labyrinth, you have to get to the center of the labyrinth. That's the only way. You can't look for an exit to the labyrinth. The walls are too tall. You can't escape from the walls of a labyrinth. You can't climb those walls. You have to go through the labyrinth, and you have to face different enemies until you reach the center of it, which the center of it you can find hopefully what you're looking for. Labyrinth was a good movie if you ever saw the movie Labyrinth. I tried to watch Maze Runner, but I couldn't really get into Maze Runner. But movie Labyrinth's a good movie with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly. David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly. Labyrinth is a good movie. There's a lot of good music in that movie. David Bowie made the soundtrack, and it's a really good soundtrack. It's a lot of synth pop. If you like synth pop, it's a really good movie. Alright, I think that's enough. Bye-bye.